Welcome back. This is my Let's Play of Shadowrun Returns. I'm your favorite decker, Bonsai. We just left the Seamstress Union. We got a call from Detective What's-His-Name that there's another Ripper murder down at the NTSB building. So here we are. We've upgraded our weapon, our deck. We bought some programs and some ESPs for the deck. Now, if we could ever find a matrix slot to jack into and go into, that'd be kind of neat. Anyway, so we're now at the South Seattle docks, leaving the Seamstress Union behind. You head to the docks. The Ripper killed Sam. Maybe he or she slipped up with his latest victim, left some useful evidence. Only one way to find out. South Seattle's your typical industrial area, grit, grime, and gray. The rain doesn't help matters any. Layers of dirt mixed with abandoned wooden pallets repurposed into makeshift furniture for the day workers. Garbage collects in the gutters of a broken down street. Disreputable is the district's middle name. Your destination? The National Transportation Safety Board warehouse. It's located on the small strip of dock next towards the less maintained end of the waterfront. Despite the presence of those who linger in such places, it's quiet as you approach the gate. Let's do this. Let's close that. We got 2. Thought we achieved more than 2. So we think we could spend 2 on. Anybody remember? Drone control, but not spending more points on drone yet. Alright, so let's see what we got going on. Let's get to the NTSB. Halt. Lone Star Guard. The guard looks bored. He toys with his gun absent-mindedly, like he might shoot something on a whim, just to watch it die. Hey, you're about to trespass on corporate property. You looking to get dusted, street scum? I'm looking for my kitty cat. Here, kitty. Sure you are. I'm Loafware, the King of Dragons. Beat it. Hey, I know the King of Dragons was a guard. Hey, that's mine. Who raised you? Pack of wolves? That there ladder is rightfully mine. Can I borrow it for a few minutes? 5, eh? Sure. Maybe that's a noodle machine that's still working. Hey, hooker. You looking for a good time? Not me. Friend of mine I need you to have some fun with. The guard by the fence around the corner. Alright, 20 buys you 5 minutes distraction. Then I've got to get back to working on some real new. Go get him, honey. Get him. Alright, that was enough. Let's spend it, because that should be full. Oh, it's 5. Okay. I knew that. I want to unlock some charisma. I'm beginning to think that's going to be more important than, things. No. By things, I mean stuff. Alright, we're going to save that other 2. Alright. Is there anything else around here? phosphorus. I'm sending it to the station. Be careful right now. Swap things out at some point. We're gonna burn a hole through that. Alright, doesn't look like being anything else. Here we go. Into the NTSB warehouse. The warehouse. Inside the large gray warehouse is as typical as the outside. High ceilings adorned with girders and rickety catwalks top a huge utilitarian room. Concrete and steel walls meet a concrete floor. This is a place for storing things and nothing more. Despite the quiet on the outside, the inside is a hornet's nest of Lone Star officers going about their business. In the center of the activity is the Emerald City Ripper's latest victim. With uniforms everywhere, no one stops you at the door. It seems this case hasn't leaked to the press yet. Lone Star or no, you've got a job to do. Damn Skippy. Ain't afraid no Lone Star. Officer, what's his name? Is that McCluskey? McCluskey there already. Sons. I don't know. Where's the body? Took your sweet time, didn't you? You know, traffic these days, fill me in. We had time to go over the evidence while you were en route. Turns out this might not be a Ripper murder. After all, I left the computer on in the office over there if you want to see it yourself. Victim worked here as an NTSB warehouse as a black box researcher. The National Transportation Safety Board. This warehouse is used to go over the wreckage from plane crashes to determine what happened. The Vic was in charge of the highest priority investigation at the moment. We've gone through the victim's computer. His case notes indicate he was selling secrets. Idiot kept records. Scientists don't make good criminals. Tell me about it. Some runner like you probably offed him to cover up his corp master's involvement and try to make it look like a Ripper killing. Here's the office key. Check it out for yourself if you want. I want. So let's go investigate the murder. What do we got? Check out the locker first. It appears to be the victim's locker. The door is slightly ajar. Inside you see several of the dead man's personal items. Toothbrush. Still wet from being used. Mint and cigarettes. Comb. Comb is black plastic and has some wiry gray hair stuck in it. Alright, so we need DNA. There's DNA. Alright, let's go in order. 95. Case file 95. Federated Boeing jetliner, IDN number 2305, corporate owner Ares. The plane had several mechanical issues resulting in Mayday at 3:04 a.m. on June 17, 2053, 2:45 a.m. The pilot reported that the altimeter was reading in the negative values. 2:49 a.m. The co-pilot takes over the controls as the pilot leaves the cabin to investigate the rear of the plane. 2:58, the pilot cannot be contacted or located by a plane steward. 3:04 a.m., the co-pilot radios into Mayday. 3:12, the plane crashes into empty field in western North Dakota. Case file number 96, Pratt & Whitney unmanned. Owner Ares. Redacted. Redacted. Corrupt. The notes that appear on the screen pertain to Case 96, the Ares jetliner near the UCAS and Sioux Nation border. The crash is reportedly the result of an equipment failure. Reading further into the investigator's notes, however, you find substantial evidence linking the crash to an experimental Renraku research initiative. This information could be worth a great deal to the right buyer. You download the researcher's notes to your PDA. Let's talk to Dresden first. How's that over there? Bonsai, surprised to see you here. Let me guess, Officer what's his name tipped you off. Suppose you must have made an impression on him at the market yesterday, or your cred stick did at any rate. Anyway, surprise, we got another Ripper victim on our hands. Looks like business is good for Dilo Morgue these days. Ha, yes, yes indeed. The victim's male, mixed Native American descent, age 38. Based on the condition of the body, it looks like he was killed around 2 in the morning. Cause of death unknown. Several internal organs were removed from his body after death, quite gruesomely. I'm not sure if the killer even knew what they wanted before they started cutting. Not much else to tell you yet. Really. He does have a lot of pre-existing scar tissue, so he probably had a major surgery at some point in recent history. Unfortunately, with the organs gone, I can't determine the nature of the surgery. Nice hole where his chest was, so what's on the butcher's shopping list? Well, the killer definitely took the lungs. The more I look at it, though, the other missing organs may have been eviscerated within the chest cavity. Huh. Is McCluskey getting any closer to a suspect? McCluskey couldn't find his ass with both hands. Don't tell him I said that, though. How's the officer what's-his-name doing on the case? He seems like a real go-getter. He would love to solve it before McCluskey and get the gold detective shield. Plus, he'd love to see McCluskey suck it in front of his superiors. He already tried to bribe me to keep information from McCluskey and slip it to him. I'm inspired by their tireless pursuit of justice. Did you take the money? Do you have any idea how much this job pays these days, sir? I don't think Aguirre's officer salary is going to do much to seduce me in helping him. So it sounds like the Ripper is taking a different trophy from each victim. Sam's liver, this guy's lungs. Any theories? Sorry, I don't do theories. I'm just a scientist who happens to prefer dead people. However, while there was massive damage in the chest cavity, I can see that the victim's lungs were transplants, which is interesting since another victim missing heart was also a transplant. Granted, the modern medicine has made organ transplants relatively easy, but it's an odd coincidence. But as a scientist, it's just that, a coincidence. This is only the third body I've personally examined. One of our other branch managers handled the other 2. If I find that more of the victims had organ transplants, I'll let you know. Who is that woman over there? No clue, she just showed up, next to kin, I think. I'm going to take a look around. Good luck out there. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Woman. Shannon Halfsky. What's up, woman? You're not a cop. She looks up, watching you warily. What's your relationship to the dead man? He's my brother. I've been trying to speak with him. Kind of hard to do since he's dead. But I'm afraid his spirit is too disoriented by his recent journey to answer me. Shaman? Yes, for all the good it's doing me. If I could just make contact, it might be able to deliver justice and allow my brother's spirit to rest. Were there any other witnesses? Not as far as I can tell, not among the living anyway. Realization then dawns, bringing light back into her eyes. But my brother's spirit may not be alone here this night. She closes her eyes and concentrates, droning a low chant you can barely hear. Yes, there are others, other spirits who may be of help. Her features harden in frustration, as if she's searching for something that remains elusive. Sighing, she opens her eyes and fixes you with a stare. But I can't do it alone. What you need? This warehouse contains the spirits of plane crash victims trapped between worlds. They wish to help, they wish to be heard. I think they have something to say about my brother's murder. Lone Star won't let me in there, but you seem to have the run of the place. It's because I'm cool. If you can find the personal items that belong to the victims, I believe that I can summon a spirit to speak with us. I need at least 2 such objects. Can you find them for me? Of course I can. Alright. So let's go get your brother's toothbrush and comb. I pack up the toothbrush the first time? I don't remember. Is there anything over here? Why, yes, there is. There's stuff. Ooh! It's a jackpot. So what does that say? Oh, there's a bathroom. I don't need to go right now. Ha 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 ha. See what the officer has to say. Can you open up any of the areas for me? If this was a core pit, why'd they leave the evidence on the computer? Good catch. That information's probably worth a fortune if you found a buyer. Let's go down here, because we got a door into the bigger warehouse. Where I can find stuff. Pile of old shoes. Let's dig through it. Sorting through the shoes, you realize that there are 3 shoes with no matching pair. A left blue sneaker, a right red heel pump, and a left black dress shoe. Let's inspect the dress shoe. Dress shoe is a black lace-up with a rubber sole. Heel pump. The pump is a department store knockoff of an Italian brand. It's otherwise unremarkable. The sneaker. Sneaker is a child's and has a musty, sweaty smell. Oddly, you get a sort of shock, as if from static electricity when you touch it. This must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. Yay. What is these? There's an open vent on the wall. It's too small for you to fit through, but you might be able to send a drone through to open the door from the other side. You know, Mr. Drone, you've been awful helpful. What's these? It's hard to say whether it's a heap of items and refuse recovered from a plane crash, or simply trash that hasn't been taken out. Well, here we go, with digging. A sticky substance of some sort seems to have seeped through the trash pile, and your hands are quickly covered with the stuff. After searching for a minute, you unearth a handful of interesting items. Earring. The earring is made out of burnished steel, formed into the shape of a small salmon. An intense primal fear washes over you as you touch its surface. This must be one of the items. Let's look at the lunchbox. Earring troll. Breadstick? Hey, 200 million. What's on the card? What's on the card? A magnetic screwdriver. Huh. You always need one of those, don't you? Alright, so I got 2 survivor items. I got her brother's comb for all the good that does us. I think I got enough. Do you know if I got enough? Probably not, since I can now do something over here. And screw the lock panel. I open the door. I find a bunk. Some junk. An old diary. Alright. Alright, Shannon, half sky. Here you go. You hand her the object you found. She closes her eyes and chants over them for a time. When her eyes open again, they're filled with tears. Thank you. These items are all I will need. It shouldn't take me long to... What the hell is this? Or is all this? Yay, McCluskey. Officer Aguirre trails after the detective, only meeting your eyes for a moment. She's the victim's sister, sure. This is a crime scene, officer, not some Salish drum circle. What's your tone? She's in mourning. Watch your ass, else you're going to find my boot lodged up in it. Now get the hell out. Come on, if we stay much longer, I'm liable to do something I'd regret. Or worse, something I'd enjoy. We're leaving? I don't want to leave. Oh, we're over here. We got 5 karma. We got 5 karma. We got 7 karma total. Let's spend some karma. You know what? That unlocks a new etiquette. Alright. I want to be a Shadowrunner. Because I run in shadows. Yeah, we'll go with that. 3 left. Can I up my melee? Not melee, my pistol. Yes, we can. Pistol go. Pop, pop, pop. Alright. Alright, Shannon. Spill the beans. That man is an ass. She stares daggers at McCluskey from across the warehouse. But there's no helping it now. I should just be grateful you were able to collect these items before those clods carted everything off. Can we still summon the spirit? No, of course not. Hey, I was right. Not from here, I'm afraid. Spirits such as these have domains to which they are anchored. We need to get back in there. It's not looking good now, but do you have plans for this evening? A little breaking and entering, perhaps, under cover of darkness. Sure you're up for this? Maybe a rabbit hole, but I have to get to the bottom of it. Whatever your reasons, I thank you. Now, since we have the time, we should probably enlist some help. They may post security overnight. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you know where to find the kind of people we need. I'm going to just smile. She'll put up the money if you find the bodies. She produces a fistful of crumpled neon from inside a leather pouch, starts counting out, and shoves the whole wad for $4 grand. Meet me back here at midnight. The spirits will be strong then. Huh. Let's go back to the seamstress unit. As you start to leave the warehouse, your comlink chirps and the face of Coyote pops on the screen. Coyote looks tense. Oi, Bonsai. In the middle of something? No problem. What do you need? Back up. Her jaw sets. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I was born in the Royale. BTL pushers like Stevie J ran the squats, ran my world when I was growing up. I remember. She looks really whiz. I have a cousin, Gino, who's been missing for months. He hit the sprawl about a year ago and immediately fell in with some tweakers. Bad guys. They hooked him on high-amp dream chips and started using him for all sorts of dreck. I tried to help him, but he pushed me away. Then he disappeared. I've been shooting up BTL labs ever since trying to find him. Guess you got a new lead. It's not a lead. Her face lights up. She's running hot. Has a serious edge. I know exactly where he is this time. Got an old friend who eyeballed him herself. I'm on my way. Paco's with me, but we can use another hand. You in? I need you right now. You know what? You helped me, I help you. I'm on my way. I knew you'd come. I'll send you the address. See you soon. Alright. We're off to work on Coyote's Crusade. So we're going to end it here. This is Decker Bonsai signing out.